I'm a dog walker in New York City. I take 'em on a stroll along the only green I see. We sleep at the movies and we get a bite to eat. We roll around the subway to the street. I'm a dog walker in LA, baby. We climb up to the Hollywood sign and we cry out to the sea. We send out letters to our friends atop the trees. Their quiet has us writing another tune. Don't know where we're going. We'll keep singing till we do. Built far from here till we make it back to you. I'm a dog walker in Nashville, Tennessee. We pour these words across a page. I think they're pretty neat to play 'em for the panelists and a screen that counts for me, defining what it means to succeed. Don't know where we're going. We'll keep singing till we do. Built far from here till we make it back to you. I'm a dog walker in my own little street. I lug my piano and my sweet Sonny. And though we have so far to go, so many dreams to meet, I'll sing these songs for you and for me. Oh, for me, for me, for me and for you.
strong faith, close family, choosing love in the midst of tragedy. When I met you, something changed in me. I'm better with you than I'll ever be. 'Cause when you walk into a room, life gets a little sweeter. When I look at you, I see a little clearer. Through the years and every change, we'll put up a fight. 'Cause you're my love, my everything. You are my life. We moved west towards the city, grew up fast and got a little gritty. We found love, worked hard, bought a house with a big backyard. When I met you, something changed in me. I'm better with you than I'll ever be. 'Cause when you walk into a room, life gets a little sweeter. When I look at you, I see a little clearer. Through the years and every change, we'll put up a fight. 'Cause you're my love, my everything. You are my life. 'Cause when you walk into a room, life gets a little sweeter. When I look at you, I see a little clearer. Through the years and every change, we'll put up a fight. 'Cause you're my love, my everything. You are my life. You are my life. You are my life.
Oakley dokley. Yes, this harness is from Grooming Safer. Suzanne makes them. I think she makes them like in her salon or sewing room. I knew that was going to happen. Not 100% sure, but super awesome product. Definitely recommend it. 100%. Very, very awesome products. What am I doing today? So I will brush her out, but I think I'm just gonna like knock a whole bunch of this coat off first real quick with a very quick first pass. Oh, and I'm so undecided on length. $19 or $16. You look in here. Hi. Hi. I'm looking at her sanitary area to see how much growth she has, because you shave that back pretty much to the skin. So I can see how much hair she's grown since the last groom by looking at her sanitary area. That's a fun little tip if you didn't know. Court Jester's here. I saw a sign that said falling rocks, so I tried and it didn't, and it doesn't. No, falling doesn't rock. Alright, Emma's at the first appointment. Good luck. Yeah, try the 19 first and then go down. It really just comes down to, like, is it maintainable, realistically maintainable for the client between grooms, which is where I'm struggling in the decisions department. Maybe. Alright, we'll do 19. It is. I will move the camera for you guys. I forgot. Come on over, baby. Okie dokie. So just for the sake of not like brushing through minor tangles on the top coat, we'll just knock it off real super quick and then we'll brush and fluff everything and give her a quick blow dry. Again, just to ruffle everything up. Make sure nothing's sitting flat. Oh my goodness, I'm going to have so much regrets if she comes back matted on her next groom. Stand up. Hang in there, Amber. You'll get through and hopefully you'll be all sorted in the end. Hold still, would ya? We're turning around, are we? Yeah, fingers crossed. Aloha, fingers crossed. Turn around this way. There you go. She's a very good and sweet dog too, so hopefully we'll be all good. Something that I really struggle with is the look that people are in love with is actually really severely matted dogs. When it comes to these doodle breeds, they're like, I want it all shaggy and noodly and whatever, but it's like, guys, seriously, underneath that it's a pelted blanket of fur that's ripping your dog's skin apart and bruising it. It's horrific. But unfortunately, social media and Google very misleading in that area. I was looking at dog weights over the weekend just to make sure that I was getting all of my information correct in my computer system, and I typed in low shedding short haired dogs, and it came up with the top 10 dogs easy to maintain, top 10 easy to maintain dogs, and number one on that list was a giant Groodle or golden doodle. And I just wanted to have like a raging hissy fit about that. I was not happy to see that on the top of a list on Google. So misleading. So misleading. There are lots of, what do you call them? Oh my goodness, total mind blank. There's lots of pages on Google that will tell you that these are easy to maintain dogs. I'm seeing more that are telling the actual truth of the story, more and more slowly appearing. But most of what you'll find is that that they're easy to maintain dogs that need like grooming every 6 to 12 months. And they do talk about brushing the dog, but they make it sound like it's so easy. They don't talk about the fact that it takes like an hour to brush out your dog at home every couple of days, especially a giant breed. Probably takes longer than an hour for a giant breed. Yeah, there's so many lists like that. A groomer's worst nightmare. Unfortunately, a lot of that is getting put out there either by people who are trying to just get hits on social media or breeders themselves, or owners, pet owners, who are trying to justify the way they look after their dog, which is not correct. Article was the word that I was looking for. And Google will give you a different answer every time if you ask about Doodle coats and maintenance. Most of the time it says it's an easy maintenance dog, and occasionally it says it's not. Alright, little punky. Oh, Google's asking me if I wanted to ask Google a question. No thank you, Google. I'm okay. I was talking about you, not to ya. Sit, good girl. Good job. Good job, little pickle. Oh, I missed Hannah's comment. Has Hannah got a migraine? That's no good, Hannah. Oh, Melbourne's overflowing. Their shelters are overflowing. That's no good. I did just see TikTok yesterday, actually. I don't spend much time on TikTok, but for whatever reason I found myself on TikTok talking that in Perth or Western Australia, they're changing it so that renters automatically have the right to have pets, and the landlord needs to apply to remove that right if they don't want them to have pets now. That's really interesting. Because I've always been somewhat in favour of the landlords having a say, because some pets are extremely destructive to property. For example, if a person has a rental history where damage was caused by pets, then they should not be allowed to have pets in the next home that they go into. So I hope that there's obviously some protection for landlords there. But the fact that people who, you know, have like a little teacup chihuahua that basically doesn't do anything wrong ever, won't have to rehome their pets just to have a roof over their own human heads is very exciting to me. I think that'll make a big difference to shelter numbers, but that's only, well, one, I don't know if it's true. It was a TikTok that I saw, and two, it was only in for Western Australia, or Perth specifically, I think. But that would certainly make a huge difference to shelter numbers in that area, at least. In our region, we have a small shelter that's been overfull for cats for years. They've never managed to get to a point where they're not overflowing with cats. Oh, you got your glasses back. Awesome. I wore my glasses while I was doing all my computer work yesterday, and I'm so glad I did. I hate wearing glasses, but perfect. Yeah, it's not easy to find rentals that allow pets. It's crazy, right? I mean, most families have pets. And for whatever reason, I think when this whole rental crisis hit and people had to start actually bidding on houses and stuff like that. Oh, they also said that they're outlawing bidding. You can't bid on a rental property. You can't bid a higher number than the advertised price, which is also very important. Because a lot of people are wasting their time viewing houses in their price range only to find out that it ended up rented out to somebody else who could offer more. Ma'am, if you put your teefies on me, I'm not going to be happy with you. Just letting you know, okay? The feetsies need to be brushed. Come on. Yeah, when people got to the point of having to bid for a house, well, if you weren't the perfect tenant, you were not going to get the house. Which meant anyone with pets was not going to get a house, pretty much. Yeah, Hannah, you had a really hard struggle, didn't you? It's absolutely out of control here in Australia at the moment. People are renting sheds for like $600 a week, where the toilet and the kitchen and the bed are in the same room next to each other. That is insane. Yeah, I don't know how they're being allowed to do that. Can we not do that, please? Come on. Yeah, bidding on rental properties. You can offer, well, you can in other parts of Australia, offer a higher price than the advertised price. So if it was $500 a week, people with higher income brackets were offering $600 or $550 a week. And they were the people that were being chosen to occupy the homes because they could pay more. It's definitely not supposed to happen, but it is certainly happening at this point. I think that's why rental properties are the price that they are. It's absolutely insane. I'm in a very fortunate position with our home here. I can say with 100% certainty that Dale and I would probably be homeless at this point if we were in the rental market. The way things are at the minute. We're very lucky, and we are thankful for that every single day. We talk about these things and how thankful we are every single day, and especially to our kids too. Oh, who's the poochie? Just woke up wide awake. Good morning, Jessica. Welcome to the land of waking people. This is Hazel, and she is a cavoodle, so a King Charles Cavalier crossed with, I think, toy poodle, because she's on the smaller side. She's not huge. Yeah, that's lucky you didn't have to part with any of your pets, Hannah. So lucky. Court Jester. That's something my husband does every time we get in the car. Court Jester says, I just released my own fragrance. Nobody in the car seemed to like it. That's a good one. I'm known to do a little toot, and when somebody complains, I say, hey, it was homemade. Handmade, homemade. I'm going to do a quick blow dry. Sorry, I stood on the camera. Okie dokie. Court Jester sends memes. Oh, Court Jester, since you're here, something exciting has arrived. I can't show it to you yet, but I can show you that it's exciting and it's here. The poster! Amber's poster for her, what do you call it when somebody buys art from you? Gosh, my brain is dead today. I got nothing. Someone will know the word. Commission. Her commission piece. It has been printed and it has arrived. I got there. Yikes. Yikes, doggy woggy. I'm sucking at Englishing today, aren't I? So you must do better, Kylie. You must do better. Alright. We haven't opened it, of course, because Amber's at school. So I am eagerly awaiting for her to arrive home and see if it is blurry or not. Because I think that we printed it too big for the pixels or whatever happens in the world of art when you do things to it. I don't understand that stuff, but I'm sure you might, Court Jester. Anyways, I'm very excited. I'm so tempted to open it, but that would not be the right thing to do by Amber. Since it's her artwork and it's her first time getting any of her digital artwork printed, so I think that's super exciting for her. Oh, stop that. Stop. Stop it, you little monkey. Stand up. Do not go to the edge of the table, please. I took your harness off you because I thought you were being such a good girl. Hi, Lois. Yes, I hope it turns out well, Court Jester. I'm super duper excited for her. It came really fast too. They said it wasn't going to come until the 10th. And it's the 3rd here today, so that was fast. Come here. There you go, good girl. Take it easy. Come here. Oh. Oh, Jessica, you got woken up by something? That's no fun. Turn around. Yeah, I had to put this on because you're scaring me. You're gonna jump off the side of the table. So this second pass will pick up any of those stray hairs that weren't sitting nicely at the same height as all the other hairs. Now that she's sort of brushed and fluffed up again, they should all pick up at the same height now. Except I think I need to do a lot more brushing on these feet. A lot more brushing on those feet. Oh, that's an interesting noise. Oh, Brie, I love cat smooches. My cat, who's not with us anymore, Suki, she was the best smoocher. A total lover. Our current cat just likes to kind of stand in the corner and stare at you suspiciously. Like she's planning, you know, your demise. Alright, my love, time to tackle those front legs. Your tail's growing back. Tails take forever to grow back. I hate shaving, having to without a choice. I know, the white tip tail Aloha, isn't it adorable? So cute. I'm sorry, I am going to do a little bit more fluffing here. You're alright, you can handle it, I promise. Good girl. I know, legs aren't your favourite. Come here. Am I running out of time with you already? That can't be the case, surely. It has not been long enough. Scoot out the way. Come on. No, no. Stop that. Stop that. While I was blow drying, I saw Carla's comment that her she grooms from home. She's 63, I think she said. She's been grooming for 50 years, but she said that her husband also likes to come out and play with the dogs. So cute. I just got a glimpse into the next, I don't know, 45 years of my life. Grooming dogs and Dale coming out to say hi to them all. Stop that. Stop that. felt like I was making good time with you. I need to open my calendar and look at it. It must have taken forever to get blow dried. So a part of my new pricing structure is including moving some of these really fluffy dogs up to a different level. I have the majority of my clients keep their dogs short and sweet. They're not fussed. They just want the dog clean and tidy, a short coat, a longevity between grooms. They don't want to have to come back every 5 minutes for another groom. So those people shouldn't have to pay the same price as these people, where I take half an hour or so to get the coats blow dried and washed and brushed out and whatever. So I have separated that. It just takes longer. It just takes longer to get through because there's just more work, more to wash, more to dry, more to brush. And even though we're not taking that much hair off, the process of preparing the hair just takes so long. Oh no! Husband left the freezer door open. Chuck him in the bin, he's no good. I hope you didn't have too much in there, or that it isn't. Is it hot where you are? Because if it is, well, that's terrible. But if it's not that hot, hopefully you can get away with it. What's going on here? What's going on? So yes, I think if we're going to be doing this length coat, the washing and drying is going to take a long time. So we might need to boot her up so that we've got enough time to get that done. Come here. Come here. Come on. Up, up, up. Yes, I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're just so fluffy. Alright, hold still. Shh, 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 shh. Stop that. Stop. Stop. Hey. Are we being silly? Oh no, all the food's gone. That is not good at all. Not good at all. That's terrible. Well, I hope you make him clean it out and clean the whole freezer out too while he's at it. So I have just gone up to the next size, so 22 millimeters, I think from memory it is. Because I'm going in reverse, it should roughly finish up at 19 millimeters or just a little bit longer, so that the head is just that wee little bit longer than the body. Of course, that's not always the case, and it really does depend on the coat type that you're working with and the direction of the hair growth, and that you get it all going in the right direction. But it should roughly give us a nice round shape for the head. Except for here where she's actually got quite a big drop off, so I've got to be careful not necessarily to follow the contour of her skull, but go for the shape that I'm looking for. Good girl. Come here. Yeah, Lois, it makes sense, right? When I started, not this business, but my first franchising business, I did discuss that with my trainer about pricing, and it was kind of like put to me like, yep, the easy ones pay for the time you spend on the harder ones, if you know what I mean. Which I don't want to do it that way. And I definitely have a lot more knowledge today than I did back then, and hopefully I can set up, you know, a better functioning system that's fair all round. Because I didn't really want to do it that way, rather than charge more, I would just do it without being actually paid for the time and running behind and all those sorts of things. So I'm wanting to move away from that. I think it'll take me a few months to get everybody where they need to be. It also gives people the options. I get people that come in with dogs that have hair that's like this long off the body. I had a dog recently that took me about an hour and a half to blow dry, a giant Doodle type or Labradoodle or something with the longest hair, and it just would not bloody dry. And they didn't want anything cut off it, just a bath and blow dry. So, you know, like, it's not like I can pre-cut it or take any length off first to make it easier. That's what they want. Well, it's not just a bath and blow dry, as it would be. 60 minutes is what I normally put aside and charge for. And this dog took me about 2.5 hours. And of course, they've booked in for a service that is in my menu. There's not really another option there. So what do I charge them? You know what I mean? So I definitely want to make it a system that works for me. And I'm not rich here. I'm not making buckets of cash grooming dogs. I just want to be paid for my time. And equipment and tools. You know, so I think I've got a system that's pretty fair. I think it works well. We'll see how we go. But it gives people the choice, like, do you want to keep your dog that long? If you do, you need to understand that it does cost more to manage and maintain a coat of that length. It's not the same. If they don't want to pay for the time, then they can have just a shorter coat, which is also just the same, honestly. It's an aesthetic. So I think, so for example, this dog is not, that I have put in on my thing, the length to be 13 millimeters or less would be considered a shorter shave. And then 16 millimeters and up would be considered like a more detailed groom. It's going to take longer to wash and dry and blow dry and prep the coat and brush and whatever. If it's 13 millimeters, I can usually pre-cut any of that excess length off, whereas when you're going above that, you really need to wash it first. Otherwise, it's just not really going to do anything for you. It's not going to work. And then there's also people that groom their dogs regularly, like Charlie, the Border Collie Charlie that I groom. He comes every 2 weeks and his groom is $60. It takes me an hour He never has mats, or very rarely, some in his tail maybe if he's been to the beach. He has a good amount of shedding, but not a crazy amount. The cleanup isn't hard, and I don't need to use a lot of products or tools and equipment to keep him clean and tidy. And then Jack's the Border Collie, who also comes in, I think, every 5 or 6 weeks. But he has matting in his bum and underarms and behind his ears. Today, no, because he actually arrived to his regular appointment, which is awesome. But he has heavy shedding. It's a bigger cleanup. It takes longer to get him washed because I've got to do so much work trying to shed out that coat. Quit your moving, girly. You're going to end up losing something you didn't mean to. And so his groom is, well, it was $90, now it was $100, and it takes just a little over 2 hours, just a tiny bit over 2 hours. So where I've got regular scheduled people, or a dog that just is not as much maintenance for whatever reason, maybe the owners do a lot more work at home between grooms and stuff like that, then yeah, I only want to charge what I need to. Aloha's off to take the dog to the park. Have fun. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hope you have a good day. Alright, you got to stop with the fussing. I remember now, she hates having her face done. You're fussy for having your face done. Too bad, it's got to be done. Can't keep all that hair. Tina, this is the thing, you need to charge your worth, and longer grooms unapologetically mean a larger price tag because of the time taken and experience needed to do, yeah, fancy work. It's just the math, right? It's obviously giving me a little bit of anxiety, but that's just the way it is. Once I do it a couple of times, this is the first time I've ever increased my prices, you guys. Oh my God, you scared the crap out of me, dog. I thought I nearly cut your mouth off. Oh, I just had a heart attack. Okay, I did not cut the dog's mouth off. I thought I did for a second there. Yeah, this is the first time I've increased my prices, so I'm a little bit nervous about it. Actually, I'm very anxious about it. I just don't want anyone to be upset because I'm a real people pleaser. That's my superpower and flaw. I'm a real people pleaser. I'm sure once I do it a few times and have a whole bunch of customers come in that probably won't complain one little bit, I'll get better with it. Yeah, fair system. That's what I think. I put a lot of thought into it, that's for sure. At the same time, you want to keep it as simple as possible because people just don't want to take the time to do complicated things, like thinking about what they're supposed to book their dog in for when they book a groom. But however, my previous system was probably just a little too simple. It just didn't account for enough options in between. I put notice up on my Facebook page a month ago, so I gave a month's notice. So it might have been a little more than a month with the new price list, so it was no surprise to anybody. I did mention on there that I totally understand if it's in any way unaffordable for anyone. Please give me a call if we need to cancel or adjust or change any appointments. I've been more than happy to do that, and I completely understand. And I had 100% positive feedback. Nobody said anything negative, and to my knowledge, nobody cancelled an appointment because of the price. So that was in itself very good feedback. I just have to remember not to apologise to every single person because that's what I keep doing. I'm sorry, I had to pull my prices up. This is the first day. I just got to do it. Won't do much demanding too hard on the poor puppers. Only one comfort, and if they don't keep up as after that They get clipped down. Yep, dogs should not pay the price for lazy owners. 100%. I did add, which I don't know if I'll actually ever charge anybody this, but you know, depends on the mood I'm in, I guess. I added a matting fee and a special handling fee around aggressive, reactive, or highly anxious dogs. The way I've put it into the system is I've put it on there so that people can book it themselves if they have a dog that's like that, and they can actually book just an additional half an hour for the dog. So I'm kind of chucking it into the customer's hands to say, hey, my dog can be difficult, or they get upset or stressed out. I would love it if you took an extra 30 minutes to make my pet comfortable and happy and coping or whatever, you know. And that I have a number of customers that I think will on their own make that option in their booking, which will give me extra time and allow me to actually be paid for my time. The dog will get the time regardless. The dog gets whatever time the dog needs, right? But it means it's on the schedule. I'm not going to be running behind, and I'll be paid for taking that extra time to give the dog everything it needed, emotional support wise as well. But it just means it's in the customer's hands. It's not like I'm saying you pay more, but it gives them the option to say, hey, I'm really happy to pay more. We'll see how that goes. I'm kind of just going to trial it. I've never charged any kind of fees for anything like that. I do charge for fleas because that is such a stuff around and it ruins my whole day. But outside of that, I've never charged for serious matting, even though the wear and tear on my equipment is enormous, and it takes extra time. And for anxious and reactive dogs, you have to have so much more equipment, like these cones and things like that. Like, you guys have sent us so many awesome things that have helped with some of my reactive and aggressive dogs. This harness from Grooming Safer that she sent me for my birthday, just so many awesome things. But if I wasn't doing YouTube, though, all of those things would come out of my pocket. Yeah. Jessica, yeah, you give the dogs what they need, right? I don't like the way this hair is sitting just here. Can you sit up for a second, please, my love, and give me just a natural position to look at this hair from? She's kind of like scrinkling up and putting herself on funny angles, and I can't 100% tell what I need to cut here to fix it. I can tell that there's hairs out of place, but there we go. There we go. The pretty little lady. Okay. No moving. So when I did shave her, I obviously managed to save her ears, but I did shave her whole head and face as well, I'm pretty sure from memory, which was absolutely a big shock for Mum, and a big learning curve. No moving, wriggle butts. No moving. Where are you going, my little ray of sunshine? Let me look at this noggy. She's got this curl, hold your head still. There's a curl right here, and it curls right back, and then here it kind of leads that way, the curl pattern. And it's just pulling that hair down over her eyes in a funny shape. In a funny shape. Take those back a bit more. Stop tilting your head over. No, no, no. No, no, no. Excuse me, ma'am. Yeah, a lot of shops keep them in all day. Oh, I hate it when I've got dogs here all day. That sounds really horrible, but I'm not equipped to provide, I mean I do, I provide water, I can take them if they need to go to the loo, but I'm not entertaining the dogs. I'm not providing them with anything other than a crate and a bowl of water. Which sounds really horrible, right? Like, why don't I provide proper services? Because I'm a one-on-one groomer. You drop the dog off, when it's done you pick it up, and then the next dog arrives. So of course I don't have facilities for daycare options. Also, daycare's very expensive if you want to book your dog in for a daycare service. But when you're a one-to-one groomer, people just want to leave their dogs here all day and say, you know, like, oh, thank you, without offering to pay for the service you provided them. In saying that, not to be hypocritical, I do tell a lot of my especially working clients and mums that are working, so they're not only just juggling their kids and their job, but also, you know, looking after their dog as well. If they need to drop off early or pick up later, I don't mind. I don't mind one little bit. I'll make that work any day of the week, for sure. But I have some people that, you know, will drop the dog off like 3 hours before their appointment, and at 9 o'clock at night I'm still sitting here waiting for them to pick the dog up, and they're like, oh, I didn't see the text. Well, we close at 6, so what were you thinking for like the next 3 hours? While my kids were starving and not getting fed and doing their homework and having showers ready for school. I had one lady that arrived at about 9:30 at night, and I'd called and text from 6 o'clock onwards. They already knew. I told them that would be done by 6. I called and text, nothing, no answer. They arrived here at 9:45 and said, oh, we just wanted to get, you know, we had to get the kids fed and in their PJs and have their showers and everything before we drove over to pick the dog up. And I'm like, so cool. Well, my kids aren't fed. They haven't done their homework. They haven't had their showers. They haven't seen their mum since 8 o'clock this morning. But I'm so pleased that you're able to do all of that without the inconvenience of your pet in your presence. Thank you. Also, don't come back here. That was my answer to that. Some people, the nerve. My business does close at 6. I'll stay back and work later for people, but not under those circumstances. Now, I'm having a quick drink. Sorry, I've been chatting away. How to brush your oodle video, definitely. We can do that. Stay there. Now, I will be back in 2 seconds.
Okay. This man.
Okay. Alright, that's lady all done. There we go. Lady.
First see this, dude.
Hang on, hop out the way.
So guys, want to see my face on the hard air?
And on that note, wherever you are and whatever you're doing, hopefully it's not surrounded by a bazillion children and you're having a great time of day. See you next time. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment that you have all been waiting for since you first saw this on TikTok.
I've
your
been
earring
waiting.
out.
No, I'm not taking my earrings out. Why? How vicious are you
I'm
going
going to
to
smack
be?
you upside the head with a tortilla. Oh!
Okay.
Oh, I made my eardrum pop.
Oh no! That's what you get for throwing cream in my face. It's so...
I think we should. I didn't think you were going to hit me. And then you
I know,
did.
and then I did. I didn't think you were going to throw cream at me because we kind of made a a nice little pact at the beginning that we weren't being animals.
I made no pact.
And then some of us went and beat animals.
I made no pact at all.
Don't make my tortilla soggy. Okay, so it's scissors, paper, rock, shoot.
Can't hear you, what? Out of this here.
It's scissors, paper, rock, shoot.
Okay, so we're going to do it how many times?
20.
20 times?
20.
It's going to be the highest number out of 20. No spitting water on me. I don't like it.
If it comes out, it comes out. Okie dokie. Good night, Jessica. I just saw that as I came back. My next doggy is not here yet. Show everyone your cute little muffin face. Say I'm so beautiful. Look at my little muffin face. Let's do these legs. She hates having her legs done. It's not going to be as fun as I would like it to be. A little bit of a challenge. Are you ready? We'll do your sanitary and paw pads and then we'll trim your tootsies. Oh, Brie. We'll see you when you get back. Have as much fun as you can. Good girl. With these particular fluffies, I like to do a pretty big sanitary area because I find most of the matting comes through in the sanitaries. Oops. Okay, now I'll be back in a sec. We're never going to make it to 20. I'm going to drown. Maybe we just do it one more time. No.
If you win one
if
more,
I get one more, we're done with this.
You've got the scissors, paper, rock. Like, that's for this week. For number whatever.
Okay.
Scissors, paper, rock 16. Oakley dokley, back we are. Might see if I can shorten this down a little bit
for a different view. There we go. Now we can see your cute little muffin face. Cute little muffin. She's like, nobody can look at my face. Oh, Rose. Apparently I'm not allowed to laugh. you got a blood nose last time. You poor love. So Barney's here now. He's hanging out in a crate. He's a pretty good boy. Barney's another frequently matted dog that does not get groomed often enough, in my opinion. I would like to see him more often. We're getting there. It's been 3 years. We're starting to get somewhere. His owners are lovely. They're an older couple. He is their baby. They love him. And I think that's adorable. And I've really tried my best to tactfully handle the situation. He has been shaved down more times than I can count for matting the poor love. But we're getting there. Slowly but surely. I find it's hard to say this, but I look a lot younger than I am. I am starting to actually age these days. So I don't look as young as I used to, maybe like a year or two ago. I don't know why I'm aging so suddenly. Might be my husband's fault, might be my kids, might be turning 35, running a business, who knows. Anyways, with older clients, I find that they struggle to take feedback from a younger person sometimes. Yeah, it's an interesting thing, a very interesting thing. When you get a younger person, and sometimes often in particular with the older generation, a girl telling a man something, it's not always as easy as it sounds. It's not like not in a big deal kind of way, but just in a you know, that's that generation's kind of way, which I kind of just like brush it off and get the job done. Not necessarily just with this particular dog. I have a few like that, but yeah, it's been slow progress, but we're getting there. I don't think I've shaved him all the way back for about a year now, but I have had to spot shave some pretty significant matting from his ears in that time, mostly, and tail. Oh, Bernie, yeah, you can laugh as loud as you want now. Just don't scare the new kitten. What did you say, Bernie? No matter how many times I see this video, I laugh my head off. They thought I lost my marbles in the hospital. I love it. I love that you guys enjoyed that. That one was really fun to make. I do think, you know how I had that cough for a couple of weeks? I had like a cough or a chesty kind of just hard to breathe irritation kind of thing. I actually think that I probably aspirated water during that tortilla slap challenge. We did cut a lot of footage out of it where it was just like pretty much us coughing, trying not to unalive, and laughing hysterically. Oh my goodness, it was a lot of fun though. A lot of fun. Lisa Pig says, "You're right, Kylie. I'm always right." No, I'm not. But I'm assuming we're talking about like working with the older generation. Is that what we're talking about? Ah, barnacles, you're alright. It won't be long, my love. We're getting there. We're making good progress for a longer groom. It actually doesn't look like she has that much hair left on her, but there is so much hair here. She is not a big doggy underneath all of this hair, are you? Yeah. Yep. I'm fortunately working in retail before becoming a groomer. I've already well and truly learnt my older generation lessons. I got the hang of handling handling the older people, mostly older men. Older women, I get on with older women, very much so. Probably my preferred people to hang out with rather than people my own age. But yes, older men are a funny little bag of people. It's good fun though. I am very skilled in the art of making a good joke about things, and that seems to get me through some situations with a good little bit of humour. I had one older, what has Lois said? Kylie, I used to have the same experience and opinions about older folk. Now I am one. Yeah, I have to be careful what I'm saying because I'm very quickly getting older myself. I'm not young people anymore, as my children like to remind me. I had one man that obviously had a booking. They booked the dog in for a groom, and I arrived. This is when I was mobile, and I arrived, I think it was like 3 minutes late. 3 minutes, and it was due to unexpected road closure. I had to take a detour. I wasn't even running late before that. Just had to take a minor detour, and it just took a couple of extra minutes to get there. Anyways, they were standing in the front yard looking at the watch on their wrist, and when I got out of the car, he greets me with, "You're late." I just looked at him and I said, "Yep, sure am." And he kind of looked at me with disbelief, and I was like, "So, where's the dog?" And he's like, "Well, do you have time now?" And I'm like, "I'm 3 minutes late, man. Let's get moving. Don't make it take any longer than it needs to." I am sorry that I am 3 minutes late. That's pretty common with groomers. And I said, and to be fair, the time I gave you was between this time and this time. And I'm 3 minutes past this time, but I'm nowhere near this time. So I don't really think it's a big deal. He just looked at me. And I went, "Well, come on, get the dog. Let's go." Didn't even give him a second to have an opinion. Not even a second. He was kind of just in disbelief. I was like, "Yep, cool. I'll take disbelief. That's fine. Let me get on with it." Only 65? Nah. And did somebody say you're only you're a youngster? I'm twice your age, Lois. Yeah, you're only as old as you feel, right? I think that it's not necessarily the age. I think it's the behavior and personality and stuff like that. But for me, it's definitely not women. It's just men, older men. I think because I've worked alongside or in service of a lot of tradespeople and stuff like that as well, where you just get blokes that are just like, "Nah, just bugger off and leave me alone." Don't tell me what to do. Okay. And as some of you would know by now, Australians are very sweary people. Swear. Everything's got a swear word. Every second word's a swear word in Australia. It's such a terrible thing. But it's pretty factual. I'm actually amazed. Okay, so you guys know how I don't really do like politics and stuff. But if you watch the Parliament House where they do the political stuff in Australia, I am amazed that there are not just people standing up throwing swears around. Just argue, because they argue, right? They're arguing or whatever. Nobody swears at each other. How do they do that? It's a miracle. Let me see this Tootsie Pluff. Kylie, my husband is 2 years from 40 and was ID'd buying an energy drink the other day. We both have younger looks, but like you, starting to age since turning 35. Yeah. Yeah, what's with 35? I was terrified of turning 30, man. It's not 30. 30 doesn't get ya. It's 35. 35's the number. It's all downhill from 35. I wake up in the morning and my back's sore when I try to roll over for the first time. That's my life now. Aging is funny. I'm a lot more accepting of it now than I was a few years ago, that's for sure. I was like, I'll never get old. Now I'm like, oh, bring it on. Let me be a cranky old lady. I'm ready for it. Alright, cutie patootie, we just have to wrestle you to get these front legs done and we're all finished. Is her tail broken? Nah, she's just got a curly whirl. It's a very snaky tail. Dale says they do swear, but then they have to retract. That's funny. Do they really? Oh, and Hannah says, oh, Bernie, you will have to email Kylie some pictures. And we're the same in the UK. We have sailors' potty mouths. Yep. Absolutely. I grew up in a sweary house. Dale was never really a sweary person, and he does not. He was not raised in a really super sweary house, but I definitely was. Yeah, I definitely was raised in a very sweary house. And that has carried on into my own house. I'm a sweary person. It's terrible. It's terrible because sometimes the kids will chuck out a swear word, like just like a generalized one, like you kick your toe or something, and you say a swear, which doesn't really bother me. But if they ever were to swear in a public place, I'd belt them one. I'd just be like, smack. No, you don't, young lady. They're good kids though. They're pretty respectful when it comes to those things. And if they're not, they learn pretty damn quickly that they need to be. Up you get. Oh, Carla says, looking beautiful, thank you. No wiggle waggling, thank you. I know you don't like to have your feet touched, okay? I know. I'm doing the best as I can. I didn't do your paw pad on this side. I am a pretty relaxed person as far as parenting goes. I will say that, you guys. Like, I'm not a perfect parent. And I'm not a crunchy mum, even though I have a lactose intolerant kid. I'm not making Instagram videos on lactose-free ice cream or whatever. But my rule, there are a couple of swear words and derogatory terms that are absolutely banned and forbidden in my house. But aside from those, my only real rule is that you don't swear at other people or like you use words like that to be a vicious person or to hurt somebody's feelings. But a generalized swear in the middle of a sentence or whatever, I couldn't care less about. That's just me though. That's just me. I mean, honestly, I would be shoving soap down kids' mouths every day if I cared too much. And like, I have to be considerate of the fact that I swear. So, you know, it's on me. But I also don't swear and carry on in public places and make a scene or, you know, be like that in front of other people's kids and stuff. There's a time and place. If you stub your toe at home, then you can say a swear word. Oh no, Bernie said I grew up in a very non-sweary house where fart was a bad word. Oh dear. Yeah, that would be very difficult in this house because farts are hilarious. Well, unless they're smelly. Nobody wants to smell them. Or you're in the car. Nobody wants farts in a car. Yep, Tina in Ireland swear. Yeah, I imagine the Irish are a bit potty mouthed. with that accent too, it would be just, I could just sit there and listen to you guys swear and be entertained. Just, it would be like poetry to me. It's terrible. It is terrible. I get it. I think America is significantly less sweary in general, right? Renee says you're a baby. Next week I'll be 61. Aww. Happy birthday for next week. Make sure you're here so we can play Dale's happy birthday song for you. He'll be very happy to do that for you. He loves his happy birthday song. Anelia, hi Anelia, says moving from Sweden to the Netherlands, the swear words was the first words I picked up. And hi, by the way, been lurking. Thank you. Thank you for saying hi and happy lurking. If you're busy doing other stuff, then lurking's a good place to be. I used to work with a Swedish girl, sweetest lady ever. But she can definitely drop a swear word bomb every now and again if the mood hits. Can you put your head out the way for just a second? I'm just not happy with this little bit here. Come on, stand up. Oh, Lisa says, no, we swear a lot. I mean, society's changed a lot in the last, I don't know, 50 years, right? We've got to get to have some fun things change with it. If being allowed to swear is what we got, well, we'll take it. Such a pretty lady. Such a pretty baby. The pretty baby. Oh, Bernie says that you're a potty mouth nation. Okay. There you go. I learned something new today. I didn't think so. I don't know. I mean, I'm only going off what I see on in movies and TV and social media and stuff. So I guess that's not real life, is it? A potty mouth nation. I love it. Alright girl, let's get this going. Did I turn the heater on? I didn't. Quick bath warm up. Ooh. And turn it back on after blow drying. Swearing is okay and as long as you don't use God's name in vain. That's what my mum used to say anyways. I am a frequent flyer of using God's name in vain. And it's probably because I'm not a religious person, but I'm not against religion or anything like that. It's just not for me. But, and maybe this is a real Australian thing, but OMG, the actual words, like in my years that I grew up in the 90s, that was the thing that every girl said. And being not from a religious background, nobody had ever said to me that, oh, it's rude to say that. So it's kind of ingrained in my brain. It just comes out of me. I do try not to these days. But yes, I'm known to say it. So if I ever offend anybody, I do apologise. It's definitely not intentional. Dale's mum and dad are religious. And it did take me a long time to like try to make sure I don't say that at their house. Even though I don't think they mind. I don't think they care either which way. But I do try to be considerate. And when I learn that's like that's the thing. Sometimes we just don't know that something can really offend somebody. But when we know that something offends somebody, like give us a chance to fix it and do better, which has been the case for me with a lot of things. Somebody's like, wow, that's really offensive. And I'm like, oh, sorry, I didn't know. I will do better. You little chicken. Oh yeah, Alex, have you still got... Oh, Alex, yep, we have big potty mouths. Okay, I'm in the right company for me then. You all have potty mouths. And on occasion, your brains go to the gutter too, I've experienced. Not just you, Alex, all of us. Yeah, Alex, how'd you go with your nephew's visit? Did you have the bestest time ever? Come on, that's enough of that. No turning. Let me get this done. That's better. You just got a bit too much hair on here. No, don't go anywhere. There we go, that's better. What a cutie patootie. This dog is so cute. Self-screen dreamer, hello. I don't think I said hello to you yet. She is adorable. She's such a sweet little thing too. There is hardly a drop to take off that nail. Susie Ackers, I'm not religious, but I'm a Christian. I do believe and I do love the Lord. Excellent. I think you can learn a lot from different religions, and I think that there's lots of good lessons in religion. I just believe in being a good person, help people, be kind, support people, you know, do the best you can in your own life and make sure that those around you are supported to do the best they can do. That's kind of my own little slice of religion, I guess. Just be a good person. Don't be a butthole. That's it. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Kathy says I do nice work. I appreciate that. It definitely is a lot easier when the dog's not reactive. I look at some of my grooms on dogs that, you know, wrestle and move around and are very uncomfortable with the whole process, and yeah, there's some pretty average grooms coming out. When you get a dog that actually stands still, or, you know, relatively reasonably still so that you can get things done, I definitely have much better grooms in those cases. I do just want to have a look at her armpits as well, because there's some hairs in there that I would like to take out. And I might just use a shorter blade and get in there and clean them out. See how we go. She was a little bit harder to get dry in here, so the hair's definitely curlier in there as well. Alex says, it's been great. Helped me clean up the garage today. Yesterday we went up into the mountains. Oh, that's so beautiful. Susie says, thing is, we have an evil side. Everyone does. Yep, absolutely, right? For sure. Is she a puppy? Yes and no. She would be about 1.5 years. So it is dependent on what you consider to be a pup. I would consider to be an adult dog, personally. but she definitely, like, that's the thing I love about cavoodles. They just are like permanent puppy status if you, depending on the way you groom them, and of course their coat type and stuff. But this particular style cut with the fringe that rounds off the face and everything, it just gives a really nice puppy look, even though she's not a puppy anymore. And that's really easy to achieve on most cavoodles. Not all, definitely not all, but with this particular one, yes. Yeah, she's full grown, Susie. You want one? Me too. I don't have time to groom one though. I don't have time to groom Jude. He is a mess. You guys are going to see him tomorrow. Unless somebody books in that spot. I haven't actively advertised it. Oh, actually, now that I think of it, I had a lady on. I've got one lady on a cancellation list for this week. Okay, I will ring her. If she doesn't take the spot, we'll be grooming Jude, who definitely needs it. He did not have a bath last week at all. And as you guys know, I don't do a heck of a lot of brushing between grooms with him. I keep him short and at a manageable length so that I don't have to be grooming him every, 3 to 5 days, which is what's needed with a very long coat. Unfortunately. Alright, I need to answer that phone and I'm going to swap over and get Barney's groom done. So I'll be back in a minute. I will show you her all blow dried off and finished. I won't be a sec. Oh, I broke my nail. I broke my nail beating you up with. Get here now. Is that too hard? Are you okay? Let's keep going. Do it. You earn it, loser. To 5? Okay. First to 5?
Best of 5. That means you win.
Oh, you want to do more?
No, that was the best of 5.
Let's do a couple more.
You can't win. If you keep going, you could end up losing.
I know. It's worth the risk.
Why are you winning scissors, paper, rock all of a sudden?
I don't know. The joy of slapping with a tortilla, I'm willing to lose.
Tortilla.
Tortilla?
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It went the wrong way. Oh, it came out my nose. Oh. Did I win one? That's a new sensation, isn't it?
Specifically asked me not to do that to you, but I couldn't stop it.
Did you win one before? So you got here, and I got one. I can't lose again.
Are you conceding?
Hmm?
What? I did that already.
Best of 10.
Well, what are we up to? 8.
Yeah.
Oh, is that 10?
I couldn't possibly win.
Oh, yeah.
You had to get 6.
Oh, my neck.
See, because I had to... You win. So
Thank you,
rejoice.
I
Do
get it.
some dancing or whatever.
Okay, just do some breathing.
Are you glad it's over? I'm glad I've got like...
Everything hurts. Feel how hot my face is. Don't you dare. I am the champion. Loser.
So that sound effect that's going on your face, I could use it for many things.
Oh my goodness.
You'll hear that sound effect.
Well, ladies and gentle beans.
You win. Scissors, paper, rock, number 15. I'll pause it and I'll go get the jar.
Okay, my face is so hot right now.
Well, I am all wet now. It's all in my undies and everything.
How's it feel to be such a loser? And also, you could have spit the water onto literally the
I
towel.
didn't know where to go with it. It was just coming out. You win the scissors, paper, rock round.
You're going to go have a trip on the island now.
Oh no.
Bye, Dale. Okie dokie. Oh, my little love. You can lie down in just a minute. You can lie down in just a minute. Okay. So I've booked somebody in who, on their last appointment, on the day of the appointment, right before the appointment, they sent me a text, sorry, got sidetracked, not going to make it. Can you please reschedule me? And I just ignored them completely. Because I'm a real grown-up like that. I just ignored them. So, the stern talking to about 48 hours notice for cancellations. 1 second. And that no shows will be charged the full fee of the booked time. We are booked in again. We'll see how we go. Just got some loose floofies in there. I'll just give her a bit of a better dry, or blow dry. Blow out. Again, I say this all the time with these guys. My preference would be to keep these ears short with the same length of the face, but people want their dog's ears to be ridiculously long, so we're not cutting anything off the ears at all. I'm going to leave them long. And the tail was previously shaved and wanting to grow that back, so I'm not going to take anything off it at all. Just a tidy base. I'm just going to blend this head a little bit better because I have not done that. We shall see if I live to learn my lesson about booking people who no-show me. I usually do learn my lesson the hard way. Oh, you guys watched that the tortilla slap video? Did it get to the end yet? I keep interrupting you, I'm sorry, every time it comes on. And little barnacles, it's going to be your turn. Okay, I think we're good. Hello.
You still doing your doggy?
Yeah, why? Have you come to Toy Conduct?
Yeah. Time for a toy.
Lucky.
Swap live streams.
Lucky you remembered, because I would have forgotten on both accounts.
Hello.
Does she look adorably cute?
Yeah.
Are you in love
You're
with her?
so cute.
But hurry up, because I'm behind schedule.
Alright, we're going to pick a toy.
Where did my little tally towel go? I've lost it. Here it is.
Yeah. Look in here. Are you a toy doggy? All doggies are toy doggies.
Not always. Some doggies just look at
what
toys
about like
what do you want me to do with that, mate?
A little whale.
A little whale.
Do you like the little
That's a
whale?
bit cute.
Or the hot chili?
She's not a spicy dog. Save the chili for a spicy dog.
And then there's this chewy one.
Oh, Dale was on the island. Do you like the way you guys, he puts himself on the island? Yeah, right. Turn
A little
back.
dolphin. So we're going to swap live streams too.
Well, everybody say goodbye to this pretty little girl.
And then if you put it on a break, the live stream will swap over,
Are you ready to go, are ya?
more or less.
More or less? I'll let you do that.
No, I can do it from inside now. I'm so cool that I can operate
Is
everything
anybody
from
having any
indoors.
trouble with that swap over, or is
No,
it just seamlessly
it's just-
going over for everybody?
It was like instant this last time. It wasn't even a second. It was just like a ping, just swapped over.
Just easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Alright,
You see that 44 people
Did she
watching.
have a collar? She didn't have a collar. Cool.
He's so cute.
Said bye, Hazel.
Mum, you're going to get to sleep in the bed tonight.
I think she gets to sleep wherever she wants.
Right.
She's a spoiled little bubba. Aren't you?
I'll put the link in the chat for people to move over to the live stream.
But they'll automatically boop over anyway, won't they? Yeah. He says redirected, I say booped over. Alright. Give your mum a call. Hmm? Oh, mwah. Just a sweet little teddy bear. A sweet little teddy bear. You gonna give me kisses? Hey, excuse me. Mwah. I will give you kisses instead. How's that sound? Get your little whale. Oh, Barney's getting impatient. Alright guys, we'll be back in a sec with Barney. Oh, wait. Oh, you are under the trouble, boy. You couldn't get it. One last thing, we couldn't go without giving Daisy a toy. Are you just so excited, girl?
Oh no! Get it with the squeaker, the brown one. This one. Yeah. Oh, look at that. That's it, bet. It's got 2 squeakers in it.
Take it, take it, take it. Is this yours? Ta. It's yours now. Give me a kiss. Daisy. Kiss. Oh, sit down. Give me a kiss. Kiss. Kiss.
I'm gonna pat her.
Oh, careful. You don't just go patting a border collie.
Don't you?
Not
So
usually.
soft though.
She's beautiful.
I
Excuse
want
me.
to say hello.
Can I have a kiss? Thank you.
Oh.
Kiss.
She can't reach it.
Oh, I'm sorry.